Hi guys, it's Deborah. Welcome to my channel and Happy New Year to everybody. Today is January 1st, 2023, and this is going to be an awesome year. I just am declaring that right now. Anyway, kicking off the year, January is World Carnivore Month. And I've decided that I'm not going to do carnivore, but I'm going to piggyback on this challenge and do Ketovore for 30 days to kickstart the year and just kind of pick up where I left off in 2022. Things got kind of messy for me at the end of 2022, and that's okay. So this is what I'm doing. I'm doing a Ketovore 30-day challenge with a 20-hour fast, 4-hour eating window protocol, and a bunch more. So I'm going to share all my whys and how I'm going to do it, and yeah, so let's go, guys. So why would I be doing a Ketovore challenge for 30 days when I'm not really even a person who likes keto? I have done keto several times in the past. I kind of share some of my experiences in my other videos. If you're interested in checking out my journey, I've been documenting my alternate day fasting journey, but share a lot of my past experiences. And keto has been one of the things that I've tried to lose weight, you know, some other different things, and it has not been sustainable for me. So when I sat down and I thought, okay, do I want to do this? I left my alternate day fasting journey. I did it for 4 months, and the 4 months ended the last day of November or the first day of December. And a bunch of life stuff just happened for me. So I decided at that time to take an alternate day fasting rest, which I did. And the plan to move forward, do my alternate day fasting, just had to be put on hold because of some life situations. So when I was thinking, okay, what am I going to do? Right now is just not the time for me to do alternate day fasting. And I know I've put some weight on, and I'm going to share all that coming up. And just how was I going to rein it all in? Because alternate day fasting worked for me amazingly. In 4 months, I lost 24 pounds. It was simple for me, and I was able to eat what I wanted to and lose weight. Like it was my magical protocol. It was a perfect fit for me. And I will be going back to alternate day fasting, but in the interim, I'm putting the weight on. And so I sat down, crunched a bunch of numbers, figured out what did I want to do based on my life situation where it is right now. And so I came up with this, especially because it's the carnivore challenge and everybody's doing it and it's really fun. So like I said, keto is really not my thing. It's not sustainable for me. I've tried it so many times and I know that. So going into this challenge, I decided, okay, I can do 30 days with a plan to transition out of keto after the 30 days, or kind of just reevaluate close to the end of the 30 days. And also a few other reasons why I believe keto this challenge is really good for me right now is because I had an infection in December and I had to go on a course of antibiotics. And so I really want to go hardcore on a gut healing protocol, and keto is the way. You can't, you know, as much as I love alternate day fasting that you can eat whatever you want, you really can't eat whatever you want if you're trying to heal other parts of your body. Even though my diet was for the most part fairly healthy, I really feel like I need to just go all in and fix up my gut, get off sugar once and for all, and, you know, just focus on that, like super hyper focus for 30 days. And it's, you know, for me, just knowing that, okay, there is an end to it. Okay, so why have I chosen high fat? I chose high fat for a few different reasons, because reflecting back on my other times that I've done keto, and specifically when I've done carnivore, while they're not sustainable for me long term, but when I did go all the way in, I lost a ton of weight and I wasn't hungry for the most part. What was happening in the background was cravings and, originating from a really poor gut health, and also the emotional eating and the psychological stuff, which now that I'm so much more aware, alternate day fasting was my miracle protocol for just addressing all these issues that I have had. So the high fat works for me. I like it. I like fat. I'm not the kind of person who can just sit down and eat 6 burger patties and that's it. It just doesn't work for me. So, but I do like a burger patty saturated, like just smothered in butter and maybe some cheese. And I'll eat the 1 burger patty and I'll feel so satisfied with those added fats. So I know that that works for me. Also, a higher fat keto plan, it lowers your blood sugar. You're not getting those spikes. And if you're insulin resistant, which I am, this is like, it's very well researched that this is a really amazing protocol for dealing with that issue. I highly suggest, if you're interested in doing this, do a bunch of research. It's kind of the buzz thing right now, so there's lots of information floating around out there. Also, I eat less. I find I eat less. And with my 20-hour, 24 protocol, that 4-hour eating window, I can eat to satiety and still be in my calorie deficit, which is going to be an important component for this challenge that I'm doing. I'll get to that in just a sec. Also, it reduces cravings, like hardcore. For me, there is some really deep background things. So I do get cravings, especially when, there's an emotional component to whatever. My default is solve this with a chocolate bar, but I am so on point with dealing with that for this 30-day challenge. I'm very confident. Right. So I'll also share why I'm doing the 24 fasting protocol, intermittent fasting protocol. It is the protocol that works for me. And I understand it on such a deeper level now that I've done alternate day fasting for 4 months straight. I really understood. It gave me the opportunity to really be aware of what was happening in my body. So many things. But what I noticed, and I share in all my vlogs of my alternate day fasting journey, is that when I was in my long fast window, so I would fast anywhere from 36 to 40 hours. And when I hit that 20-hour mark, between the 20-hour and the 24 or 25-hour mark, it was like hardcore for me. I had to warrior up and just work through that because it was very challenging. I was just inundated with hunger and food thoughts, and it took a massive amount of willpower at times to work through that. It wasn't always hardcore, but it was. So I understood that about myself. That window frame, which I call the red zone, was something that exists for me. And then understanding about ghrelin levels, and everybody's body functions differently, but I know that was a huge thing for me. And I also share in one of my videos, I did an alternate day fasting versus OMAD, because that experience for me doing OMAD was I would fast for those 23 hours. And at that 23-hour mark, my ghrelin was raging. Everything was at that frenzied state. And then I would eat, but then I would binge because I just, so if you want to check out my experience with those two things, I have that on my channel as well. So since I took my alternate day fasting rest, my protocol has been this 20-hour fast, 4-hour eating window, and it's worked beautifully. Because by the time that 20-hour mark hits, you know, my hunger is starting to stir up, just like when I was doing alternate day fasting. And I'll break my fast at that moment with something small. Usually it's, well, lately it's been bone broth, or I'll have, you know, I don't know, a bite or two of something. And then about, you know, half an hour to an hour later, I'll have like a nice generous meal. And then maybe an hour or so after that, I'll have a snack. And then usually at the 4-hour mark, I'll have another bigger meal. So within that 4-hour eating window is total pleasure for me. I just get to eat, and I eat as much as I want. By the 4-hour mark, I'm ready to close my eating window down. There's been no issues. The only issue is, for me, based on my height and everything and my age, I need to be in a calorie deficit. I just believe that that is the component that is required for me to lose weight, regardless of what protocol I'm doing. It didn't really have a huge impact on my alternate day fasting journey, but that's another whole thing. And so I'm just sticking to this. When I'm eating every single day, I know without a shadow of a doubt, I need to be in a calorie deficit. And so that's what I'm going to do. So another why for me doing the 3 things, the Ketovore challenge for 30 days, doing it high fat, and also using my intermittent fasting protocol of 20-hour fast, 4-hour eating window, is at some point during this 30 days, I may be having some extensive dental work done, and I don't want to disrupt my challenge. I sat down, can I do it? Can I do the whole 30 days, knowing that there may be some things going on in that regard? And I said, yes, I will. I created a bunch of recipes and different things that I can do, like a liquid diet if I need to, because I'll be having some surgery on my mouth, and it's very doable. I can just keep doing it. The only thing I might have a problem with is documenting my challenge through all my videos, because I may not be able to talk. But anyway, so I've covered all my bases. Well, so here we go. I just want to share some of the hows of I'm going to do this challenge. So I'm going to track my statistics every day. I'm going to weigh myself, and I'm going to share that every single day. And also I'm taking a waist circumference and a hip measurement circumference in inches. So I'll be doing that. I'll be weighing myself every day, but the waist measurement, I'm going to do that once a week, because I don't think it's going to change much. I'm going to do a video every single day, and just keep it short, like just, you know, I don't know, 10 minutes or something. And in those videos, I'm going to include different things like what I eat in a day. I'll obviously share my weight every single day, and I'm going to do recipes and demos. You know, I love food, so I'll be sharing lots of that. And also just life stuff of how life is on a Ketovore challenge, right? And then my fasting protocol will be exactly the same as when I was doing alternate day fasting. So very strict, water only and coffee. I will probably have some, I found some brands of sparkling water, natural flavored, which, you know, through my alternate day fasting days, I'm totally okay with that. But I highly recommend anybody who's doing any kind of fasting that you follow a very strict, clean, fast protocol. No dirty fasting. Go all the way. If you're going to do it, go all the way. That's what I say. All right, guys. So I forgot to mention that my fasting protocol window is going to, my eating window for this challenge will be from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. each day. So right now, I don't know if you can see that. 6 minutes till 2. Today I'm actually hungry, and I'm sticking to this protocol like militant style. So in 6 minutes, I'm going to break my fast, and I'll show you the food that I'm going to eat today. It's day 1, so I'm just going to share everything, and just, yeah, I'm going to prepare the food and show you and share it. And then, oh, there's one other thing I forgot, the most important thing. So I did get on the scale today, and I'll show it here. Yeah, my weight went up from my lowest weight in my last week of alternate day fasting was 165.2. Today it's 175.0. I wasn't expecting it to go up that high, but it's all good. I'm not, you know, I saw it and I was like, oh my God. But I'm very confident. So my goal for this 30-day challenge also is to lose 10 pounds. So I gained 9.8 pounds. So I figure it'll put me back, just back on the playing field that I was at, and then just move from there. So anyway, that's the situation. And, but I'll just be getting on the scale every day and just keep up with that. So I'll be right back to show you what I'm going to break my fast with. All right, guys, so the clock just hit 2:01. So I'm going to prepare my first meal to break my fast, day 1 of my Ketovore challenge. Woo! All right, so I'll show on. So I'm making my bone broth latte. And if you look, yesterday I did a video on how I make my bone broth and yeah, that whole process. So I'm going to heat up my bone broth. This is about 2 cups. And then I'm going to put it in my Vitamix with a little bit of butter, about a teaspoon. And then I put it through my Vitamix because what it makes is a bone broth latte. And guys, if you've never had a bone broth latte, highly recommend it. And I walk you through the whole process of how to make the most amazing bone broth that comes out this beautiful color. I have a little secret tip, so go check that out. And also, I am taking this hardcore probiotic because I just went off a long course of hardcore antibiotics and I'm trying to heal my gut. So that's what I'm going to be doing there. So I'll be right back to show you how this all comes together. All right, so I'm going to show you how simple yet amazing this is. So I've just heated up my bone broth. And then I don't let it get too hot, and then just put that right in my Vitamix. If you don't have a Vitamix and you have just a normal blender, I know that you got to be careful with the heat is all I'm saying. So then I take about a teaspoon of butter, put that in there. And the reason why I use the butter instead of the actual fat that I skimmed off is I love the taste. I love how this comes up. It's very decadent. And I've tried it with both, with the fat that I skimmed off and the butter. The butter gives it kind of more like a cream. And, you know, sometimes I do use the fat I skimmed off, but mostly I like the butter. So, put the lid on. Now with the Vitamix, is you can remove that, and that helps with the steam situation, because if you had just a tight lid, it can explode and cause burns and all kinds of craziness. So be careful. So I just put that loose, and what I do is I turn it to low for about 10 seconds, and then I blast it on around 8 or 9 for another 10 seconds. So I'll show you what that looks like. And there you have it, guys. Bone broth latte. It's so luxury. It feels like an actual latte. It's so full of nutrients and it's just so yummy. and creamy and delish. And what I do is put a good little scoop of pink, this is Redmond's real salt, and I just sprinkle it on top, like as if you're at a bone broth bar, which I've actually been to. And there you go, breaking my fast. Okay, I'll see you in the next meal. All right, guys, so for my next meal, it's not that long after my bone broth latte. It's about, well, right now it's 2:40, so I feel like having some keto ice cream. Let me tell you, I bought this this Ninja Creamy for myself for Christmas, and I've been experimenting with different recipes to make the perfect keto ice cream with those ratios of 80% fat, 20% protein. And I've pretty much nailed it. There's a couple tweaks that I'm going to make in the near future, and I'll probably just do a whole recipe video. But anyways, this one's ready to go. So I'm gonna put it through the Ninja maker, the Ninja Creamy, and then start to have some of that for my snack. Okay guys, seriously, this is what is going to keep me going on this keto challenge. I don't know if you can actually see the creaminess of this. It's legit, so it's like creamy ice cream. And so good, guys. This is my lifesaver. I wish I had known about this Ninja Creamy before, and I've just been tweaking this recipe, so it's literally, this is something I'm gonna have every day on this challenge. This whole container, this is like the size of a Haagen-Dazs container, I guess. But as I'm perfecting the vanilla base, then I'm gonna be able to add more stuff. Like you can add things in. My next one is I wanna make a mint chocolate chip. And you can get the keto chocolate chips or some hardcore keto friendly chocolate and just crunch them up and put some mint flavoring in there. Oh. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna have some of that now. It is 2:45, and then I'll probably have I'm making my next meal is gonna be around 4-ish, and then I'll probably save some of this to close out my eating window later. Okay guys, so it is 4:15, let's say, and this is my meal. I'm so excited. So this is pork ribs that I took off the bone, and then I just fried it up in the pan with some of that bone marrow broth fat that rises to the top of your bone broth in there. And then these are 2 eggs with the runny yolk, because I'll just dip my pork into that. And this is probably going to be my staple meal, some type of pork, 2 eggs, and then I'm having a well, that was en français, sparkling water, lime, and then I'll probably use a little bit more salt. So this is kind of, I guess, my biggest meal. I probably, well, not probably, I am going to have some more of my keto ice cream, but I'll show you that when I get there. And then that'll be my eating window for day 1, Ketovore challenge. All right, guys, so it is 5:10, and I still have an hour of my eating window, but I'm gonna go back into this. I'm probably just gonna slowly eat it, because it's really hard. Actually, the recipe that I make for this, and I will share it soon, is ice cream that comes out, like you put it through the Ninja Creamy, and then you can put it back in the freezer, and it's soft and scoopable. you know, the batch I tried the other day, I left it for several hours and would try it, and it stays soft. So this is going to be something that I'm just going to munch away on for, well, I have till 6, so 50 minutes. But if I finish this before 6, that's great. I just don't want to go over my 4-hour eating window. So I'm going to do that, and then I will close this out as soon as I'm ready to shut down my eating window. All right, guys, so I'm just still sitting here. I can't even, like, guys, this ice cream is out the gate. Freaking amazing. I can definitely do Ketovore for 30 days with that. And what's amazing is I'm working out the macros. I'm kind of, you know, I'm doing this calorie deficit, so I'm doing my TDEE. It's a lot of work. It's no wonder I prefer alternate day fasting, but I really want to do this. And so anyways, I'm going to close out my day 1 high-fat Ketovore challenge doing 24 intermittent fasting protocol, warrior mode, engaged. So guys, if you like this video, hit like, subscribe, because I'm going to do a video every day for this Ketovore challenge, and I will see you tomorrow.